Fan today from Snowflake, showing you a quick NiFi demo related to the article that you see here. We're going to grab some data from TRANSCOM. It is a coalition of transportation and public safety agencies in my region. Great source of open data, very fast, nice data. I'm grabbing it as RSS and quickly converting it into JSON, which I like better. I'm splitting that up based on the channel. Again, if I wanted it raw, I could push it right to a Snowflake stage or S3 or whatever, but I'm going to want to put this in Iceberg. Split this data out. I had a timestamp and a unique ID. Parse out the lat long from the point in there. Push a bunch of records into a Kafka compatible store there. Pretty easy, and I'm pushing in a bunch of records very quickly. We got 2,000 there. You can see that we got those into actually Stream Native, which is a Kafka compatible, very fast streaming data in Pulsar, but this looks like Kafka to everybody else, which is pretty cool. Kafka is a nice standard. So when we get in here, I'm going to filter out anything where they don't have a latitude, as that's, I don't know where that is. I need a location. I care about where things are in the real world. I'm going to split this data out and send a couple of records over to Slack, and we'll see those show up over here as they come through. And I'm just sending title, the text, lat long. Just a good way to alert. Now, if I wanted to send all of that, or if I wanted to filter that, or maybe use a query to parse it, lots of options there. Publishing here is really easy. I'm just grabbing attributes, and I'm also sending all the data as a attachment. Now, I'm going to merge this data. If you haven't worked with fast data before, an issue sending it to Iceberg is, I'm going to create a Parquet file with whatever batch I'm sending in. So if I'm only sending one record, I have a ton of small Parquet files underneath the Iceberg area. Not good. So I'm going to put them together in at least 30-second micro batches, or a 5,000 records, whichever comes first. If we were really blazing through the data, that'll happen very quickly. And I'm going to send it to this IC transcom table, which is Iceberg. And as you can see here, nothing's hard-coded, no SQL. It just reads in the JSON, prepares it as inserts, and then in the next step, do the insert into that Iceberg table, and it completes. And then we could see that by doing a query here from my handy-dandy free SQL editor here, and I'm just looking at the title, description, description, I don't know, I can't type too well, lat long, pub date, and I'm also doing a distance from my house to see, you know, like, who is far from my house. I guess I could order by that too. Whichever one's closest to my house is more interesting. But these are different events, as you can see from the title. You know, road work, accidents, those sort of things. Things you might want to know. Great data for parsing, to do some Cortex AI on, to see what's going on in the real world. And also from the SQL side, I could join this with other lat long tables, so I know what's going on in the real world. In my world, that includes planes that I have in Iceberg, subway data, MTA buses, air quality. Nice little chart there. All those have lat long, so I can look within an area. And as you saw within my query here, it's pretty straightforward to use something like Haversign or some other distance thing that's built into the Snowflake SQL to get the distance between things, so we could find out what's near you, combine that together, take structured, unstructured data, semi-structured data, grab some things from some documents. build up a RAG with Cortex AI and get the results, and then push that out. Very simple, straightforward. Thanks for